Have you ever felt overwhelmed, feeling like you can't possibly handle all the responsibilities on your plate? Today, we're going to talk about how faith can be your biggest source of strength, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually.
Welcome to Iron Strengthens Iron, the podcast where we bring faith, wellness, and biblical truths together to empower men to lead stronger, healthier, and more purpose-driven lives. I'm Dr. Kevin T. Hadaway, a family physician, joined by my brother, Dr. Michael E. Hadaway, a clinical psychologist.
Today's topic is all about how we build strength, not just physical strength, but more importantly, the kind that grows within our minds and spirits. We'll share practical, faith-based tips to help you find strength in every season of life.
Our anchor verse for today comes from Isaiah 40, verse 31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. This powerful verse captures the essence of how true strength is found by placing our trust and hope in the Lord. Let's explore the nature of true strength. Strength isn't just about muscles and physical fitness. As men, we're often led to believe that being strong means having no weakness and never breaking down. But true strength is found in humility and reliance on God. It's about surrendering our struggles to Him.
That's so true, Kevin. The world often defines strength by how much we can endure on our own. But in reality, it's when we surrender to God, relying on Him, that we truly find the strength to overcome life's challenges.
Exactly. And let me ask you, Michael, in your experience as a clinical psychologist, how often do men equate their strength with their ability to carry the weight alone? It's almost like society has convinced us that asking for help makes us less capable.
Absolutely, Kevin. It's a common belief, but it's one of the most dangerous lies out there. True strength is not about the absence of vulnerability. It's about where we turn when we're feeling vulnerable. It's in that moment we decide to lean on God or to isolate ourselves that we reveal where our strength lies. Now, let's delve into some biblical examples of strength. Think of David. When he faced Goliath, it wasn't David's physical strength that defeated the giant, it was his unshakable faith in God. David didn't say, "I will defeat you because I'm strong." He said, "The battle is the Lord's." David's confidence came from God's power, not his own.
Right. And then we have Jesus himself. Think about the Garden of Gethsemane. Jesus prayed to the Father, asking for strength to face what was ahead. He knew the weight of what was coming, and it was his deep connection to God that gave him the courage to endure. That kind of strength, the strength that turns to God when faced with impossible circumstances, is exactly what we want to encourage our listeners to cultivate. It's that relationship, that openness to ask for God's guidance, that exemplifies true strength. It's not about facing Goliath because you think you're enough. It's about knowing that God is the one who makes you enough.
Moving on to our faith connection. In Ephesians 6:10, we're reminded, "Be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power." When we shift our focus from our own limitations to God's unlimited power, we find a strength that goes beyond what we could ever muster on our own. We need to remember that it's God's power that fills in where we fall short.
You know, Michael, it's amazing how liberating that realization can be. It allows us to stop pretending we have it all together and to simply rest in God's hands. There is an immense peace that comes when we understand that the strength we need is not all on our shoulders, it's a gift from God. Let's now turn to medical insight on mindset and physical strength. From a medical perspective, the mind-body connection is incredibly powerful. Studies have shown that people who maintain a positive mindset, one based on faith, hope, and a higher purpose, experience greater physical well-being. When our minds are anchored in hope, our stress levels decrease and our overall health improves.
That's true, and faith plays a critical role here. Faith helps reduce the body's production of stress hormones, improves cardiovascular health, and even helps us recover faster after illness or injury. It's as if our bodies are literally designed to thrive when our spirits are in alignment with God. So, let's get practical with our mental health aspect. Strengthening your mindset. How do we strengthen our mindset through faith? We have 3 strategies for you today. Daily prayer for strength. Begin each day by asking God for the strength to face whatever comes your way. This Simple act of surrender allows us to stop trying to control everything and trust His plan.
Affirm God's promises. Write down verses that speak about strength, such as Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Place these reminders where you can see them throughout the day. Lean on a faith-based community. True strength comes from having a network of brothers who uplift and encourage each other. Don't isolate yourself. We're meant to strengthen one another.
Now, let's discuss a common logical fallacy that undermines our strength, the self-reliance fallacy. This is the idea that you must always be strong on your own, and if you need help, you're somehow weak. But even the strongest men in the Bible had moments when they needed God or others to help carry the load. Moses had Aaron, David had Jonathan, and Jesus even leaned on his disciples in the garden. True strength is admitting that we need each other.
To recap, building true strength involves three main practices: daily prayer, affirming God's promises, and building a community of brothers who can stand with you. It's about knowing that strength is more than just enduring challenges alone. It's about knowing when to rely on God and those around you.
Do not be deceived by the idea that being strong means never needing help. God designed us to live in community and to lean on Him. Every time you seek Him, every time you reach out to your brothers in faith, you're exercising true strength.
Absolutely. You know, Michael, I think back to a time when I was really struggling, trying to balance my practice, my family, and my role in the community. It wasn't until I let go of my pride, leaned into my faith, and trusted the people God had placed around me that I truly started to grow stronger.
I remember a similar time early in my career when I was struggling under the weight of balancing work, family, and my own expectations. It wasn't until I leaned into my faith, surrendered my anxieties to God, and allowed myself to rely on my family and friends that I truly found strength. That experience taught me that strength is not about independence. It's about interdependence on God and those He places in our lives. One of the key aspects of spiritual growth is learning to question and reflect. It's about ensuring that what we're doing every day aligns with God's purpose for us.
That's right, Michael. I think it's crucial that we take time to step back and ask ourselves tough questions. For example, am I really making choices that align with God's will for my life, or am I just following routines without thinking?
Exactly. Here's an exercise for you this week. Take 10 minutes each evening to ask yourself, am I busy with purpose or just busy? Write down your answer. This simple reflection can reveal a lot about where you need to make changes to align with God's true calling for your life.
Questioning your actions is not a sign of doubt. It is a powerful step towards strengthening your faith. It's an invitation to reflect deeply and ensure that every choice you make aligns with the divine purpose set before you. Embrace this journey of introspection as a pathway to clarity and purpose. Let each moment of reflection inspire you to adapt, evolve, and grow into the person you are meant to be. Trust that every question can lead you closer to God's beautiful plan for your life.
Let's wrap up. Remember, true strength isn't about having everything figured out. It's about embracing the journey, letting God take the lead, and trusting Him with the unknown. When we surrender our fears and doubts to Him, His power shines brightest in our moments of weakness. Every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth, and every step taken in faith brings us closer to His magnificent purpose for our lives. Let us rise courageously, knowing that in our vulnerability we find His strength. Strength isn't about having it all figured out. It's about letting God take the lead, trusting Him with the unknown, and allowing His power to be made perfect in our weakness.
As always, our discussions are here for your encouragement and motivation. If you find yourself needing deeper support, we encourage you to seek out a counselor or pastor who can walk alongside you.
Thank you for joining us today. Remember to subscribe, share this episode with a friend who could use it, and keep striving for strength through faith and wellness.
In the next episode, we'll explore the role of exercise in spiritual discipline, why physical health matters in your faith journey. Join us as we uncover how cultivating physical health through exercise can deepen your connection with God and infuse your life with vitality and purpose. Embrace the journey of holistic well-being, where body and spirit unite, empowering you to shine brighter in your faith and live out your divine calling. Let's embark on this transformative path together. Discover how the power of physical discipline can bring you closer to God and help you live a more vibrant, purpose-driven life. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to Iron Strengthens Iron podcast. Let's continue this journey together toward a stronger faith and a healthier mindset.
Until next time, keep strengthening, stay resilient, and remember, as iron strengthens iron, one man strengthens another.